Tonight, a Target 12 Investigators exclusive. When you go to probate court, you expect the process to take a few months, not decades. But we've uncovered a case that started in the 1970s and is still going.
Well, it certainly has lasted longer than most probate court cases that I've ever seen.
And that's coming from the defendant's attorney. In the balance, 24 pieces of property on Providence's east side, now worth more than $6 million.
The children of the man those properties belonged to say they've been waiting decades to receive what their father earned. Target 12 investigator Walt Buteau has the exclusive details.
This probate case is now in Superior Court. Target 12 went through reams of documents to give you an idea about what happened to what was a small fortune.
This street brings me memories.
Those memories are now scarred for Ambrose Mendez Jr.
We just couldn't believe what was happening to us.
The oldest of three descendants guided us through the East Side neighborhood where his father prospered.
That one, this one, and that one.
He owned almost a whole street here.
Yeah.
He also owned a funeral home here on Camp Street.
It was one of the most successful and prestigious minority establishments in the state of Rhode Island.
Ambrose Mendez came to Providence about 100 years ago, built a business, and bought a virtual monopoly of property. Target 12 dug into Providence property records and discovered Mendez owned 23 multifamilies. An appraisal of the property, not including the business, put the value at more than $340,000 in 1976 dollars. When Mendez died in '78, records show the property was put in a trust, with Providence attorney Al Factor named as the co-executor of the will. According to that will, the trust was supposed to be dissolved when the youngest child turned 30 in 1981, with Mendez calling for the estate to be divided equally among his three children.
Now this house right here was one of our houses. Show up.
His oldest son claims Factor didn't account for tens of thousands of dollars in rent money and allowed more than half the homes to be sold at tax sale. Factor's third and final accounting submitted to probate court shows proceeds for the 1982 sale of 5 multifamilies totaled just over $30,000. Later that year, proceeds from the sale of 8 more Mendez multifamilies totaled just over $28,000.
I mean, he's got to be rolling in his grave. I mean, he established what he established on his own.
It's not as simple as the property was sold for less than what it should have been, or the tax sale shouldn't have taken place.
Penza, who represents Factor, claims documents show the Mendez children received at least $76,000.
Helping people.
Mendez argues the figure is about $8,000 for 23 properties at his father's funeral home business.
They just gave us a couple of $100 here, a couple of $100 there, until that even stopped.
I understand they have a perception that they've been treated unfairly, but the probate court records indicate otherwise.
Court records show the Mendez family lost a probate appeal in Superior Court, but the Rhode Island Supreme Court vacated that judgment and sent the dispute back to the lower court, where it is still in process.
There's money missing. You know, just exactly how much is hard to decipher because we're going by their records.
It bothers him that his integrity is being attacked here, and it's just, there's no basis for it.
What our remedy is, it still eludes me.
You don't know how it'll end?
No.
Target 12 reached out to Al Factor, but we were referred to his attorney. Mendez is now representing himself while he looks for his own attorney. This case that keeps on going returns to Superior Court tomorrow. With the Target 12 investigators, Walt Buteau, Eyewitness News.
And this investigation continues online. Use our interactive map to see the properties involved in this decades-long case and click through our timeline of key events. It's all on WPRI.com.